In response to the video scenario that we saw with the newborn instruction and discharge teaching, um, the nurse did show caring in trying to make sure that the mother had proper teaching before she was left, and did understand by trying to engage her and teach back. But I also felt that the discussion that she had with the opposite nurse to express her feelings about the frustration in the situation also showed some non-caring behaviors. But the mother, even though it was a simulation, didn't express a lot of caring toward the baby in trying to engage in learning as well. She seemed more concerned about pain medication and truly was just not focused on the situation. Um, Personally, I'm not a mother infant nurse, so I'm not exactly sure how I would respond, but I think that foremost, more resources could have been presented to help the mother, in hopes that when she left, there could be a place for her to live, because she did say she was homeless. That was not addressed at all. It seemed as if that was just not even a concern, other than in the discussion with her associate nurse. It seemed that it was not correct for her to allow someone to be discharged and have no home to go to. So I feel like case management should have been involved. Possibly we could have gotten her into some type of shelter or temporary housing. We know that she has some type of abuse, substance abuse issue. Those type of things could have been addressed and help her with a resource that she could reach out with that. She definitely was not prepared to care for an infant. So, I mean, there are a myriad of things that our case management and outside resources could provide someone in this situation. Um, Really, I felt like, from the patient's point of view, her priority was only pain medication, but the nurse's point of view was her lack of interest in the teaching and her focus purely on the pain medication. To me, those things were all priority, but the biggest priority and issue that I saw was she was going to be discharged to no home with a newborn child and no idea of how to care for that child or even provide it with food. She obviously had no income, and it just was very difficult, with it being a simulation, to ascertain the total situation because of the mannequin doesn't express any type of emotion. It's hard to, I guess, glean very much from the scenario on that patient's part. You don't really know how they're feeling. So I think myself, what I learned from this situation is that there are always resources that we should provide, and we should do the very best that we can for each patient to ensure that we've provided them with as many resources as possible to help them once they leave our facilities, in order to be able to flourish after discharge.